and welcome. This is a Tinder Bundle, and we're taking moments in prepping. And right now, I'm just talking about how to can leafy greens. And if you take a look, I've collected some things from my garden. Some of them a little early, some of them could go longer, like the little onions, thyme. We got some bok choy, we have kale, different types of lettuce. We have different types of kales as well. We have Swiss chard going on. We got some mint here. And outside of the garden, the only things that I'll also be adding to this is oil and salt. But these potatoes that I was testing out, we're not going to put those in at all. So now what we're going to do first off is, you see this, we're going to take these leaves and we're going to dice them out. And you want to dice them into small little pieces. I'm sure there's different methods. Now, so I'm chopping up all the kale. Now with the bok choy, if you notice, I'm going to get rid of that white stem. I'm sure some people would keep it. I tend to find I don't like how it tastes in my thing. So I'm going to cut along the stems. You like how interesting it looks when you're trying to film and cut with one hand. But so we cut up all the leaves now. And what we're going to begin to do is, after cutting up all the leaves, this here is something called kalalu. It's something I'm very familiar with. And we're going to take off the stems, or take out the stems. I harvested a little small pepper, so I'm going to chop that up fine. We're going to put them all together into one mixture. So now, as you can see, I'm going to add garlic, the mint. I'm going to add some green onions, and then there's red onion. I'm going to chop them up fine, and they're going to help season and add some more flavor to the leafy greens. Now, once we got them all in this bowl, I've also stripped the thyme, as well as put the sticks in there. I'm going to mix and mix and mix it up. And what we're going to mix it up with is with salt and olive oil. Now, I'm going to cover this up. I don't know if I put this video together in proper sequence, but you'll get the gist of it. Yes, you see, this is it before the mixture, and these are the elements we're adding in. Oh, I also added some turmeric for its proposed health benefits. So next thing is, we're going to get a boiling pot of water going. And the reason why we're going to do that, we're going to put that on high. And what we're also going to do, we want it to get to a rolling boil. Now, I go and grab my mason jars. Now, I've already been canning some things in here. I'm just using the breathing. But the whole entire idea is we've got to sterilize these bottles. So when that pot begins to boil, we're going to, you see how it's in the rolling boil now? We're going to put the bottles in there. And so as we put all of the bottles in there nice and gently, you don't want to crack them. Another thing that we're also going to do, and mind you, you see, we have to be careful of how many we put inside. And don't burn yourself when you guys are doing this. Is another thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the lids. And we want to make sure we've sterilized those and prepare them ready for sealing. So I'm going to chuck that cap lid, I don't know if it has a specific name, in there to help with the sterilization as well as getting ready for the sealing process. Now, I'm very new to this, so I'm learning. I'm going to set this for maybe about 7 minutes, 5 minutes, and let it steam out. Now, as the time has gone away, and I've cut a lot of this timing, I'm going to use a fork or use something to get these bottles out without burning myself. As you can see, we got some other things going on the stove. And so we pull these out and separate them into a knife-safe place. Let them dry there. They will dry very quickly because the water's so hot. And then what I'm also going to do is fill the bottles with a little bit of oil, maybe about a ½ inch. And then I'm going to take that mixture and put it inside. And then we're going to flip the bottles upside down and seal it. And that will seal it. So, my friends, what I'm just trying to share with you is here's one method in which you can seal your leafy greens. Now, I'm just sharing this little tip because a lot of us don't exactly know how to really let leafy greens be stored for a long enough time, especially if it's outside of the fridge. We're always used to, wetting them down, drying them off, and then storing them into the fridge or in the crisper. But what happens if your fridge is not functioning? Well, I'm going to be sharing some methods on how to store food because I'm getting ready for what's called Self Reliant September. And so thought I would share this first method that I've been practicing, which is called canning. And so this is one method now where I am storing those leafy greens outside of the fridge. And when I do go to use them, they'll be used more like a paste or a seasoning. It's delicious, great to put on fish, on chicken, whatever you want to eat. So I hope this was helpful to you. And as I continue to learn and grow, I will share what I got with you so that you too can help learn how to preserve and prep your food for those hard times that may be coming. Anyhow, thank you. This has been the Tinder Bundle. I'm your host, The Wandering Evahd, and I'm glad you were here to spend some time checking out this. And if you've got any great ideas to help me as I'm learning about gardening, learning about preserving food, learning about sustainability, please not only like and subscribe, but share your thoughts in the comments so I can learn from you and let the community begin to learn together. All right, but until then, everybody, be fruitful, stay blessed, and stay safe. Godspeed, my friends.